Yes, please confirm once again. Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I welcome all of you in your third practical. As you already performed your first two practical, and I hope आप सबको एक्सेल अभी अच्छे से जम रहा होगा कि कैसे इस पे प्रैक्टिकल परफॉर्म करना है एंड व्हाट इज कॉल्ड एज सेल, व्हाट इज फिक्स सेल, which is row, which is column, and so on. Okay, so I am assuming that you all know some basic things regarding your Excel sheet. Okay, so without wasting much of our time, let me directly proceed with today's practical. And remember, everyone has to answer. Okay, and if you want to ask your queries or if you want to ask any doubt, then you just unmute yourself and ask your query, because once we have started with our practical, then I am not able to see your messages. Okay, so you just unmute yourself, and if you have any kind of doubt, then please ask. Is that clear to everyone? All of you, please unmute yourself and tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I want answers from everyone. Quickly unmute yourself and let me know.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, what about Poonam Ghatol?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's fine. Now please let me know, can you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Now let me tell you, this is the easiest practical among all the three practicals. Okay, because in today's practical, you don't have to use much of your brain. Okay, because in today's practical, you can see our today's practical is based on functions. Now in today's practical, what you are going to do, you just type the given function which is mentioned in your practical and just check what is the output of the given function and just note it down in your notebook. Only this much we have to do in today's practical. Whatever is given to us, we are going to write it as it is in our Excel sheet, and we are going to just check what is the output of the given function. Okay, so this is much more easiest practical among your three practicals. So let me proceed with this practical number 3. So our first type is mathematical and the statistical functions. In that we are having our first function is ABS function. Its syntax is ABS, then we have to enter some number in this open bracket. Now can anyone tell me what is the full form of ABS?
Absolute value.
Absolute value. Now the question arises, what do we mean by absolute value? For that, here we are having two examples and we need to verify what is its answer. Now, can you guess what is the answer of this first example? A equals to ABS in open bracket 2. What it gives me?
Two.
Positive 2.
Positive 2. Or see, if there is no sign mentioned in front of that number, then you just simply say 2. Now, observe this second example. What is your guess? What is its answer?
Positive 2.
Now remember, here we are having equals to ABS in inside the open bracket we are having minus 2. Now let us check or let us verify it what is its answer using Excel sheet. So you pick any random cell and just type the given formula as it is, that is equal to ABS. Then once you have typed ABS in your Excel sheet, then in this rectangle you will get its use. Okay, so what is the use of ABS? Returns the absolute value of a number, comma, a number without its sign. Okay, so this is the use of this mathematical functions. So remember, आपको एक्सेल शीट में ज़्यादा दिमाग लगाना नहीं है. अगर आपने प्रॉपर सिंटैक्स अगर एंटर किया तो फिर ऑटोमेटिकली रेक्टेंगल में आपको उसका यूज पता चल जाएगा. Okay, so let us try to verify it. What is the answer of absolute value of 2? Okay, now I am pressing enter. So you can see we are getting its answer to be 2. Now what happens if I enter equal to ABS and -2? Now instead of 2, I am using -2. So you can see again I am getting its answer to be 2. So this is the use of this absolute value function. ओके कोई भी अगर आप नेगेटिव नंबर डालोगे तो आपको ऑलवेज पॉजिटिव नंबर मिलेगा और पॉजिटिव पॉजिटिव ही रहेगा. इज इट क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let me show you how you are going to write it in your notebook. Yes, please let me know. Can you able to see the
Yes.
screen? Okay, so in this I have already typed. First type is mathematical function. Then in your notebook you are going to write it down in this way. That is, first is ABS. Then you need to write down its use by verifying it in the rectangle which is mentioned in your Excel sheet. So what is its use? Returns absolute value of a number, comma, number without its sign. And its syntax is equals to ABS inside the bracket number. Okay, it doesn't matter आप capital letters use करो या फिर small letters use करो. And here are these two examples. Okay, so you need to write down its output in this way. In the first column, you need to write down examples. In the second column, you need to write down output. So first one is equals to ABS inside open bracket is 2. Its output is 2. Then second one, we have written equals to ABS minus 2. Then again, we are getting its output to be 2. Okay, so in this way, you are going to write down the output of each and every functions in your notebook. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's try to complete our remaining functions as soon as possible. Okay, now observe this second function. int inside open bracket. Its syntax is int inside open bracket. We need to enter some number. Now can anyone tell me what is the
Integer.
full form of int?
Integer.
Integer. Okay. Now can you guess what is the answer of this first query? int inside open bracket. I have written 8.9. Yes, can you guess what is its answer?
8.
8. So Tanya is saying it is 8. What about
Eight.
others?
8.
8. So Darshan is also saying 8. Okay, so most of you are saying it is 8. Now, can you guess what is the output of this third query?
Nine.
Tanya is saying 9. And remember, we are having minus 8.9 inside this open bracket.
-9.
-9.
Okay, Darshan is saying it is -9. So let us try to verify it using our Excel sheet. Okay, so for that you pick any random cell and just type equals to int See, now once you have type int in your Excel sheet, then here you will get its use. That is round a number down to the nearest integer. Okay, so rounding number to the nearest integer. So wait, let me check your WhatsApp group. Someone has. Okay, so this is not related to our practical. Okay, now I am entering our first query, which is nothing but 8.9. And our aim is to check what is its output. Okay, so here I am getting its output to be 8. Remember, I have entered 8.9 inside this bracket. Now let me change it to minus sign. Okay, now we are going to check what is its output, that is equals to int inside open bracket minus 8.9. So you can see here we are getting its value to be minus 9 because it is rounding to the nearest integer downwards. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I am leaving this remaining 2 queries for your homework. Try to get it and write its output in your notebook. Now our third function is mod function. Okay, syntax is mod number comma divisor. Okay, now can anyone tell me what is the output of this first query, that is mod of 23 comma 5?
3.
So it is 3. One of you has said it is 3. What about others?
3, sir.
Again someone is saying it is 3. Now what it tells me or what it gives me? Mod function returns what? For that, what you are going to do, just open your Excel sheet, equal to, then enter mod in your Excel sheet. Then once you have typed mod in your Excel sheet, then here you will get its use, that is returns the remaining returns the remainder after a number is divided by a divisor. Which means what? For this function, here we are dividing this number 23 by the number 5. And after dividing 23 by the number 5, we will get its remainder to be 3. Hence, our answer of this query will be 3. So let us try to verify it. Open bracket 23 comma 5. Now you close, now press enter. So here you can see we are getting its answer to be 3 because after dividing 23 by 5, we are getting its remainder to be 3. Now what is your guess for this second one?
-2.
Minus 2.
-2.
Okay, now let's try to verify it. Again, I am using the same cell, but instead of 5, now I am writing minus 5. Okay, now I am pressing enter. So here you will get it as minus 2. So after dividing 23 by the number minus 5, we will get its remainder to be minus 2. Is it clear what is mod function returns? Yes, please let me know if it is
Yes,
clear to
ma'am.
you. Okay. Now let's proceed with our next function, which is nothing but sqrt function. Its syntax is sqrt number. Now can you guess what is the full
Square
form
root.
of sqrt?
Well,
Square root. Okay, so what is the square root of 16?
4.
4.
4. So you can expect the answer of this first one to be 4. So let us try to verify it. Equal to SQRT. So here in this rectangle we will get its use, that is returns the square root of a number. Okay, now I am pressing enter. So you can see we will get its answer to be 4. Now if you observe your practical sheet carefully, then our second query is what? Equal to square root of minus 16. So let us try to write down minus 16 in the square root. What do you guess? What is its output?
Not defined.
Why it is not defined?
Because square root of a number cannot be negative.
See, square root of a number can't be negative, but here we are putting a negative number inside a square root.
So imaginary number.
Exactly. See, whenever you are putting this, might you have studied in your school level. Whenever you are putting any negative number inside a square root, then it becomes the imaginary number, or you can say complex number. So जिसने भी ये एक्सेल शीट डिजाइन किया, उसने कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर्स कहीं पर भी यूज नहीं किया है इन योर एक्सेल शीट. इसीलिए अगर आप इसका आउटपुट चेक करोगे, देन यू कैन सी here we are getting its output to be hashtag NUM factorial, because we know that square root of a negative number is nothing but a complex number. So if you calculate it, then its value to be 4i, because square root of minus 1 is nothing but I, and square root of 16 is 4. So its complex square root is nothing but 4i. But जिसने भी ये एक्सेल शीट डिजाइन किया है, उसने कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर का यूज नहीं किया है while preparing this Excel sheet. Is this clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now can you guess what is the output of this third one?
4.
It is 4. If you observe it carefully, then here we are using two functions at a time. Okay, so whenever you are using ABS minus 16, then it returns you plus 16. And after that, you are going to take its square root. And we know that square root of 16 is 4. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's move towards the next function. So our next function is round function. Okay, I hope आप सबको पता होगा what do I mean by rounding of a number. Is it? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So can you guess what is the output of this first one?
2.
Okay, now
What?
I am not reading. Now I am not reading the syntax of the function. Okay, you can read it by yourself. Okay, now tell me what is the output of first one.
2.2.
2.2.
Okay, so two of you are saying it is 2.2. So let us try to verify it. So for verification, you just click on any cell, then enter that function, that is round. Now you can see it's used round a number to a specified number of a digit. So we need to round 2.15, 1. Okay, now let's check it. You can see whenever we are entering, see ये हमने 2.15 कॉमा के बाद जो भी 1 डाला है, that means पॉइंट के बाद हम खाली 1 नंबर ही कंसिडर करेंगे. इसलिए ये जो पॉइंट के बाद जो 2 नंबर्स थे, तो इन्हें हमने राउंड ऑफ किया टू द 1 नंबर. सो जो 5 या फिर 5 से बड़े होंगे, हम उसका +1 कैरी उसके पहले वाले नंबर को कर देंगे. दैट्स व्हाई हियर दिस 1 बिकम्स 2. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now can you guess what is the output of this number? If you try to verify it in your Excel sheet, so let us try to do it. That is equal to
-148.
round in bracket minus what it is 1.475 comma 2. 1.475 comma 2. Okay, now I am pressing enter and you have to explain me what is the logic behind it. Okay, now it is showing me minus 1.48. Then again same logic, पॉइंट के बाद हमें 2 डिजिट्स चाहिए और जो भी 5 या फिर 5 से बड़े होंगे तो उसका कैरी हम उसके पहले वाले नंबर को कर देंगे.
Yes,
Is
sir.
it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now this remaining two are for your homework. Okay, now our next function is max function. Okay, and I hope ये आपने already आपके second practical में perform किया होगा. Is it or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let us enter this data in our Excel sheet. That is, our first example is if C1 to C5 contains the number 10, 7, 9, 27 and 2, then we need to perform this 3 queries. So let me enter this data in my Excel sheet. 10, 7, 9, 10, 7, then 9. Then we are having 27 and 2. 27 and 2. Okay, now we have already entered the given values from cell C1 to cell C5. Now our aim is to perform this first query. That is max of C1 to C5. What do you
27.
guess? What is its output? What is your guess? 27. Because among these 5 numbers, 27 is the maximum number. If you verify it, then max in bracket C1 to C5. Then bracket close. Now you just press enter. Okay, so here we will get its answer to be 27 because among these 5 numbers, 27 is the maximum one. Okay, can you tell me what is the output of this second query? Yes, anyone?
Thirty.
At least guess. Okay, so you can see our first 5 numbers is 10, 7, 9, 27, 2. And we are adding one more number, which is nothing but the number 30. Now among all these 6 numbers, which one is the biggest?
27.
30. 30. Remember, now we are having 6 numbers. C1 to C5, यहाँ तक हमारे 5 numbers and here we are adding one more number which is nothing but 30. So among all these 6 number, which one is the
30.
maximum number? 30. Hence, the output of this second query is 30. Now I am leaving this third query for your homework. Okay, you just need to verify, just enter this value in your Excel sheet and try to verify it. Then secondly, we are having main function. Okay, now main function returns the minimum value. Again, we need to enter the same values in column C1 to in cell C1 to C5, and we need to perform the following 3 queries. Our first query is minimum of C1 to C5. Can
2.
you guess what is the minimum of C1 to C5? So among all these 5 numbers, 2 is the minimum one. So let us try to do it, or you can say check it. Equal to mean. So here it is showing me its use returns the smallest number in a set of values. Ignores logical values and text. तो जो भी आप टेक्स्ट और लॉजिकल वैल्यूज डालोगे इसे वो इग्नोर करेगा. Okay, this you will check in your third query. So minimum of C1 to C5. Okay, now I am pressing enter. You can see I am getting its answer to be 2 because among all these 5 numbers 2 is the minimum one. Okay, can you guess what is the output of this second one?
0.
0, because among all these 6 numbers 0 is the minimum number. And this third one is for your homework. Now let's move towards the next function, which is nothing but the average function. Okay, now in your Excel sheet, in your practical sheet, it is mentioned that if J1 to J5 is named marks and contains the number from 10, 7, 9, 27 and 2. Again, they are using the same numbers which we have used for max and mean calculation. Okay, but now they are using in cell J1 to J5. Okay, so let me copy these numbers from cell C to this cell. Okay, now we need to perform this operation, that is average of J1 to J5. Then here is a note for you in this average. Type values as given in column J. Select the range J1 to J5. Bring cursor in name box. Then type the word marks. Okay, so this note I am leaving for your homework. You just need to type the word marks in your initial cell. But before that, let us try to verify what is the output of this first query. What is your guess? What is the average of these 5 numbers? Okay, so don't do too much stress on your brain. Let us try to do it using Excel. So here I am having average. So you can see its use returns the average, or you can say arithmetic mean of its argument, which can be numbers or names, comma arrays or reference that containing something something. Okay, you can check it. Okay, now we need to verify from cell J1 to J5. Okay, now I am pressing enter and it will show me the average of these 5 numbers. Okay, so you can check it in your calculator. We are getting the average of these 5 numbers to be 11. Okay, now I am leaving this remaining 2 for your homework. Now let us try to proceed with the next function, which is called as round down. Okay, this is similar to the round function, but there is slight change in it. Okay, so let us try to verify what is the output of this one. Okay, so I have entered equal to round down 3.2 comma 0 in this cell, then it is showing me its output to be 3. If you want to check what is the output of round down or what it returns, then here we are having its use, that is rounds a number down towards 0. Okay, so it is rounding a number down towards 0. This is the use of this function. Now what happens if I use round up instead of round down? Then it is rounding a number up away from 0. So let us try to verify one of the number which is mentioned in our Excel sheet. The same number, that is 3.2 comma 0. Okay, now it is giving me answer to be 4 because it is rounding the number up away from 0. So you can see this 3.2 is between 3 and 4. So after rounding up, it becomes 4. And if you observe this round down function, then it is rounding the number down towards 0. So 3.2 is again between 3 and 4. So its nearest integer, or you can say the towards 0, we are having its integer value to be 3. Is it clear what is the use of round down and round up function? Yes, please let me know.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I am leaving the remaining examples for your homework. You just try to verify it. What is the output of it? Okay, now 2 more functions we are having in this mathematical functions. So first one is ceiling function. Okay, here the spelling of this ceiling is wrong. This is the correct spelling of ceiling function. Okay, so you can relate this ceiling and flooring function with the general concept. Ceiling means upar wala and floor means niche wala. Okay. Then what you guess, what is the output of ceiling 2.5 comma 1?
3.
So its output to be 3. And what about this floor function, floor of 2.5 comma 1? Yes.
2.
2. So let us try to verify it. That is equal to ceiling. Then here you will get its use, rounds a number up to the nearest integer or to the nearest multiple of significance. Now 2 point, what is that? 2.1 or 2.5? 2.5 comma 1. Okay, now according to you, it is showing me 3. So let's try to verify it. So you can see we are getting its answer to be 3. Now what happens if I use floor function? Okay, now you can see we are getting its answer to be 2. Okay, so we have verified floor and ceiling function. Okay, so I am leaving the remaining examples for your homework. Now I am moving towards the next kind of functions, which is our financial function. Okay, in that our first function is PV. Can anyone tell me what is the full form of PV?
Present value.
Present value. Have you studied it before?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me what is the formula of present value which you have already studied in your FY? Do you know the formula of it?
Ma'am,
At
I'm
least say
trying to
yes or no.
recollect. It's been a while I have studied that.
Okay. Then some of you might say, सर हमने परसों क्या खाया वही याद नहीं है. तो हम FY में पढ़ा हुआ आपको अभी क्या बताएंगे? Is it? So as I already told you कि आपको इस प्रैक्टिकल में आपके ब्रेन को ज़्यादा स्ट्रेस नहीं देना है. What is given to you in your Excel, in your practical sheet? You need to do it as it is in your Excel sheet. Okay, this is the
Ma'am, I
beauty
got
of
that.
this Excel sheet.
No.
Can you
Value
can you
into
tell me
1
what is
divided by
what it
1
is?
plus I raised to n.
Is it similar to accumulated value formula?
Ma'am, I don't know the formula for accumulated value.
Okay. चलो मुझे इससे खुशी हुई कि किसी को तो याद है या फिर
नहीं
नेट
मैम,
पे
याद
सर्च
आ
किया.
गया. बस थोड़े टाइम पहले ही किया था, वो थोड़ा मिक्सअप था.
Okay, and let me tell you, my name is Dinesh Kumawat.
Okay.
Okay. So as I already told you, आपको ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं करना है. जो भी आपको फॉर्मूला दिया होगा इन योर प्रैक्टिकल शीट, आपको एज इट इज आपके एक्सेल शीट में टाइप करना है एंड यू जस्ट नीड टू वेरीफाई व्हाट इज इट्स आउटपुट. So can you guess? For that, here we are having its syntax, that is PV is equal PV in bracket. We need to enter rate, then NPER, then PMT, FV, and its type. Okay, so here we are having first example, that is Mr. Gupta taken a car loan of rupees 1 lakh from a particular bank. He agrees to pay rupees 2,700 at the end of each month for the next 5 years. The bank interest is 15% of the principal amount. Write a procedure to find out present value. Okay, so here they have already mentioned the formula of present value. So you just need to copy this formula from here and just enter in your Excel sheet. Can you guess what is its answer? Yes, so let us try to work it. Now in this cell, I am entering that formula as it is. Okay, I have already copied it from there. Now I am pasting it over here. Okay, so you can see. दिख रहा है कुछ?
No ma'am. No sir.
So here you are going to see some hashtags. Okay, hashtag, hashtag, hashtag. But what you are going to do, you just enlarge this cell, or you can say enlarge this column length. Okay, now I am enlarging the column length, so you can see its output. Okay, so the present value of the given question is $113,493.40. Now let us see what is the answer is mentioned in our practical sheet. Now they haven't mentioned any kind of answers. Okay, but now the question arises, sir, ये तो हमें डॉलर में दिया है. How can we convert it in terms of rupees? For that, you can go to this currency option. Just click on it. Here we are having something. Okay. Here we are having $113,493.40. If you want it in the numbers only, then you just click on this second one. then here we are getting its answer to be minus 113493.40. But it doesn't look nice. So let us keep it as it is in terms of dollar. So this is the beauty of Excel sheet. Now let us try to work with second function. So our second one is FV open bracket. What is the full form of FV?
Future.
Future value. Then again, its syntax is FV rate, comma NPER, comma PMT, comma PV, comma type. Okay, and this is the data is given to us in our practical sheet. And we need to verify what is the answer of this formula. Okay, that is equals to FV in bracket A2 divided by 12, comma A3, comma A4. Now, if you observe it carefully, then in the cell A2, we are having 12%. And we are dividing it by 12, comma. In cell A3, we are having number of payments, that is 12. And in cell A4, we are having minus 1000, which is nothing but the amount of the payment. Okay, if you recall it, what is present value, future value, then you might recall it that this you have studied in the chapter of annuity. Okay, so let us try to verify what is the output. Here, the output is given to you over here. You just need to verify it, whether it is correct or not. For that, you need to enter this data in your Excel sheet. So now I am selecting new sheet and I am entering this data in my Excel sheet. So first in column, now remember this column B is for your understanding purpose. That is here description. Then what is 12%? 12% is nothing but annual interest rate. What is 12? 12 is nothing but the number of payments. And what is minus 1000 is nothing but the amount of payment. Okay, now for this calculation, we don't require this column B. If you observe your formula carefully, then here we haven't used the column B. Okay, this column B is only for your understanding purpose. Means ये 12% क्या है? तो 12% है annual interest rate. ये 12 क्या है? 12 is nothing but number of payments. Okay, so this is only for your understanding purpose. So now in my Excel sheet, I am going to enter this column A only. For saving our time, in second we are having 12%, in third we are having 12, and in last cell we are having minus 1000. Okay, so you can see I have already entered data in my Excel sheet. Now we need to verify this output using this formula. Okay, now I am copying this formula from here. Okay, now I am entering it over here. Okay, you can pick any arbitrary cell and just enter that formula. Okay, so again you can see I am having some hashtags over here. So what you are going to do, you just enlarge this column length. Okay, so here we are having its answer to be $12,682.5. If you want to change it, then you can change it from here. Okay, so its answer to be 12,682.50. Now observe what is the answer in our practical sheet. Returns future value of an investment with the above terms, and its future value is 12,682.50. The same answer we are going to get over here. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. सो एज आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू कि आपको इस प्रैक्टिकल में ज्यादा दिमाग नहीं लगाना है, जो भी आपको दिया होगा आपको एज इट इज परफॉर्म करना है. Then our next function is NPV. Now what is the full form of NPV?
Net present value.
Net present value. See, अगर आप स्मार्ट हो गए तो आप ये लास्ट लाइन रीड करके आप पता कर सकते हो व्हाट इज द फुल फॉर्म ऑफ NPV. ओके, रिटर्न्स नेट प्रेजेंट वैल्यू. और अगर ये भी आपको नहीं दिया होगा देन यू जस्ट click on your Excel sheet and type equal to NPV. Then there you will get its use. For example, what happens if I type equal to NPV over here? Then you can see returns the net present value of an investment based on a discount rate and a series of future payments. ओके तो जैसे कि मैंने आपको बोला, आपको इस प्रैक्टिकल में ज्यादा स्ट्रेस नहीं लेना है, सारा काम आपका एक्सेल कर लेगा. Then again, you need to enter this column A in your Excel sheet and type this formula and try to verify what is its answer. And see, there is no need for this column B in our Excel sheet. This is for your understanding purpose. What do we mean by 10%? What do we mean by 10,000, 3,000, 4,200, 6,800 and so on. So will you do it or will you check it? What is the output of this C, that is NPV, or shall I show you? Yes. Do you want me to do it?
No, sir.
Okay, so you will verify it, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now our next function is PMT function. If you want to check its full form, there's just write PMT in your Excel sheet. Then it calculates the payment for a loan based on constant payments and a constant interest rate. This is the use of PMT. Okay, and its syntax is PMT inside this bracket rate, comma NPER, comma PV, comma FV in a rectangular bracket, comma type. See, whenever something is written in this rectangular bracket, which means what? These two things are optional things. Means what? अगर आपने ये दो things भी आपके formula में enter नहीं किए, then also your formula works. So let us try to do it over here. Now, if you observe this function carefully, in this function, we are having two examples. Okay, now I am going to do this first example and I am leaving this second example for your homework. Okay, now again, you can see this column B is an optional column in which we have written the description for your understanding purpose. Okay, so we required only column A. So now I am changing my column A in this same sheet. Okay, so in column A, first we need to enter 8%, then 10 and 10,000. 10 and 10,000. Okay, now let us try to verify what is the answer of this first formula. Now, if you observe this formula carefully, then here we haven't used the last two. If you go through the syntax, then in the last two, we are having FV and type in the rectangular bracket, which means what? We are not using this last two types in the first formula. But if you observe this second one, then here we are using them. So let me show you the output of both. So here we are getting the output of the first formula, that is PMT A2 by 12 comma A3 comma A4. If you want to change it in rupees, then you will get it is minus 1037.03. So let us try to see what is the answer. So here you can see returns minus 1037.03, that is monthly payment of loan. Okay, now let us try to do this second one and try to verify what is its output. So you just copy it and paste it over here. Then again you just change the currency. So here we are getting minus 1030.16 according to this second one. Okay, is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
But remember, while using the formula, you need to enter the proper values. Okay, that is first में हमें rate ही डालना है, second में हमें NPER ही डालना है. So remember that. Okay, now I am leaving this second table for your homework. Try to get what is its output. Now the next one is PPMT. Again we are having two examples in it. So I am going to do one of these and the second one is for your homework. Now as I already did first example in the previous question, so now here I am going to do the next example, that is second one. And this first one is for your homework. Okay, if you observe in the second example, then we are having the same data, but instead of 10,000, now we are having 2 lakhs. So let me enter that over here. Check the number of zeros. So we are having exactly 5 zeros on 2 lakhs. Okay. Now, again we need to verify what is the output of this one. See, if you want to check what is the use of PPMT, then again you go to your Excel sheet, type equal to PPMT, then you will find its use. Okay, now I am directly showing you the output. What is the output of it? Okay, so you can see its output is minus 27598.05. Okay, which is mentioned over here. So we have done with this also, that is PPMT. Okay, now I am leaving this first one is for your homework. Try to verify it, what is its output, and check whether you are getting exactly like this or not. Okay, our next function is NPER. Now we just left with two functions of today's practical. So we are going to do both. And after that, our practical gets completed. Okay, so hardly I required 15 more minutes to complete it. So have a patience. Okay, now if you observe in this function NPER, then one table is given to us and we need to perform the several formulas in it. Okay, so we are going to perform all the formulas. So let me first enter this data in my Excel sheet. So first one is 12%, then minus 100, minus 1000. Okay, so let me change it here itself. %, minus 100, minus 1000. So 12% minus 100 minus 1000. Okay. minus 1000, then we are having 10,000, right? What it is? 10,001. So 10,001. But before going to that, let us see what do we mean by 12%. 12% is nothing but the annual interest rate. Minus 100 is nothing but the payments made at each period. Minus 1000 is present value. 10,000 is future value. And this one is nothing but payment is due at the beginning of the period. Okay, then you need to perform the following formulas and check its output. Okay, so I am copying it from here and I am pasting it over here. So you can see the output of the first one is 59.67. Okay, so here returns the periods for investment with the above terms is 60, but it is not exactly 60, it is 59.67. They are rounding off. Now let us try to verify what is the output of this second formula. Okay, now I am pasting that over here. So here you can see we are getting its answer to be 60. So here we are having its answer to be 60, but you can see it is not exactly 60, it is more than 60. Now let us try to verify what is the output of the last one. So you can see the output of the last one is minus 9.578 and they are ignoring some digits after this third digit. Okay, so here are the outputs of the given formulas which are mentioned in your practical sheet. Now we just left with our last function of today's practical. So let us quickly complete it. Okay, so our last function is nothing but a rate function. Its syntax is rate, NPER, comma PMT, comma PV, comma FV, comma type, comma guess. Okay, so let me quickly enter this data in my Excel sheet. In first, we are having 4, then minus 200 and 8,000. My 4 minus 200 and 8,000. 4 minus 200 and 8,000. Okay, so we have entered the data. What do we mean by 4? 4 is nothing but the years of the loan. Minus 200 is nothing but the monthly payment. And 8,000 is nothing but the amount of the loan. Okay, so let us try to verify what is the output of this first one. You just copy it and paste it. Okay, यहाँ पे मैं पेस्ट कर रहा हूँ for saving our time, but आपको ये individually type करके check करना है. So after pressing, you can see we are getting its output to be 1%. Now what do we mean by 1%? 1% is nothing but 1 by 100, which is equivalent to say it is 0.01. So returns monthly rate of the loan with the above terms. So here you can see its output is 1%, which we are getting over here. Now let us try to verify what is the output of this second one. Copy and just paste. Okay, so here we are getting its output to be 0.09241767. What happens if I convert this in terms of percentage? Then it will be what? Yes, how I am going to convert it in the percentage? Yes, anyone? Yes, someone please unmute yourself and tell me how I am going to convert it in terms of percentage. You can verify it. We are getting the same answer. That is 0.09241767. And if you want to convert it in terms of percentage, then you just multiplied it with 100. So we are getting it is 9.24%. Okay, so here we have completed our third practical. Now, do you want to ask any questions in this third practical? Yes, please let me know. Do you want to ask any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. So let me stop presenting. So here we have completed our practical number 3. Now your job is you just try to verify the output of the remaining questions and write it in the proper manner in your notebook, which I have already shown it to you how you are going to write it, and submit it in our classroom. Now if anybody want to ask any questions. If no, then here I am declaring that today's practical is completed. Now if you don't want to ask any further questions, then